Hi, this is Barry here, and you're very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. And today I want to ask you a question. Do you want fries with that? Now, you've probably been asked this question before. I don't know what fast food restaurant might be near you, but I assume that when you get to the counter, you've been asked a question along those lines. You know, do you want fries with that? Do you want that supersized? Do you want this? Or do you want that? And, you know, when you went up to the counter, you had this idea of this kind of meal that you were going to have. But by the time you came back down, it was probably a larger one. You probably had all these different things added on that you hadn't really thought about when you went up. And because of that, you come back, then you've spent more with that restaurant because of it. Just from that simple question of, do you want fries with that, or do you want that supersized? And for a lot of authors and, people self-publishing, they don't really think about that, that asking that question to their readers, or even asking it to themselves to come up with ideas of, the fries or the supersize or something else that can, increase the profit of the book. Majority of people will just write a book, sell it to a reader, and then move on, look for the next reader and sell a book to them, rather than, having a look at the book that they're selling and thinking, what are the fries that I could add to this book? For example, if you're a fiction writer, there's nothing stopping you, writing an accompanying maybe short story. For example, maybe one of the characters in your book, disappeared halfway through, maybe went off on a journey and isn't going to come back. And, maybe your readers might wonder, well, where did that character go? There's nothing stopping you putting together a short story and, selling that as an accompanying book to go with the main book, or maybe just put it over on your website, your blog, and put it behind an opt-in page and get people to subscribe to your email list by giving away these kind of short stories. All these kind of upsells and all these things, they don't have to be something that you have to make money from. It could be just some way that's going to benefit you in some way, like build an email list or something like that. So for example, maybe you were a non-fiction author, there's nothing stopping you from creating maybe a video course to go with that weight loss book you created. There's nothing stopping you creating maybe some kind of weight loss diary, some kind of weight loss planner, maybe weight loss stickers that people can stick all over the refrigerator. If you were writing a self-development book, there's nothing, again, wrong with you doing the same things like making planners, kind of making gratitude books, again, making stickers that people can stick all over their house, which is going to reinforce the information that was in your book, which is going to inspire them to, take that action every time they look in the mirror. It's going to, they're not going to forget the information that they read in the book, because I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate you having this kind of reminders that they could, so the book isn't kind of once off and it's forgotten about. There's a constant, you're dipping back and you're making them go back to the book over and over again, to fill in the plan or to, motivate them with the stickers and all those different things. Or even like somebody, example, who's, maybe not in the fiction or non-fiction. Maybe there's somebody who's creating maybe colouring books or, puzzle books or something like that. There's no reason why you can't kind of add fries to the books you're selling. For example, you'll find that if you're somebody who maybe creates crossword books, there's no reason why you can't have a selection of items at the back of the book with affiliate links that are in the Amazon store. For example, I know from doing a search in the Amazon store, some people are really dedicated and are real fans of crossword puzzles. So, you're going to find maybe mugs with a crossword puzzle on the side of it. You're going to find t-shirts with crossword slogans on it or images. You're going to find, cushion covers with crossword, images on them and patterns and all those different things. And all those things could be placed at the back of your book, with an affiliate link or directed through your website, so that, whoever reads that book, you can assume they are a fan of word searches. And, when they find all these items at the back of your book, out of curiosity, they'll probably click through and they'll want to find out more about them. And, you can make more sales on top of that. So have a look at what you're selling today. What are the little fries that you can add to it? You may find that maybe this, your book then suddenly turns into a video course, which turns into maybe a one-on-one coaching or a group coaching. And, you've gone from just kind of selling one item to that reader, and you've opened yourself up to far, far more money-making opportunities that maybe you didn't think of before because you hadn't thought along the same lines as McDonald's have. So I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I hope it's inspired you and given you plenty of ideas to go out and, take action on. And I look forward to hearing how you get on with them. But if you enjoyed this episode, I would really appreciate it if you could share with one person, or hit out a tweet on your social media account, and or at very least, if you could just scoot over to the iTunes store, if you could just leave me a quick review and tell me what you thought of the podcast, I'd be really, really appreciated. So again, thanks for taking the time to listen today, and take care and have a great day. Bye bye.